Yeah, I feel like the combination. He's a bigger dude. Obviously, he plays zero technique and throughout like the three techniques, but we're both very athletic players. I feel like we work well off each other. Having two big guys that are dominant inside, I feel like we help each other, and then I feel like he's an awesome player. I mean, I knew they were probably one of the better teams. It hurts me to say that, but I knew they were one of the better teams, and I had a shot if they got in there. Yeah. Just how hard I work. No off the field stuff. All about business. No one's really concerned about that, but not a lot of. I'm not a mysterious guy. You don't need to look deep into me to find out about me. Everything's out there. I don't really nothing to hide. Career, yeah, I'd probably consider that one, or I broke my thumb my sophomore year and then missed 2 weeks and came back and played Minnesota my sophomore year. I thought that was also one of my better games. You said Saints? No, I meet with them tonight. Yeah, I've met with the Jaguars. Great organization. Obviously, new staff, new GM. So good meeting those guys. Thought the meeting went well. Yeah, I was cool with him. He coached our edges last year, but was really involved with just the D line in general. So I actually ran into him the other day, and we just caught up and chalked it up for 20 minutes. So it was pretty cool. Yeah, I met with Coach Vrabel in the Patriots on I think it was yesterday. So I feel like that went pretty well. Actually, I met with him on Monday. Went really well. Great people, great organization. Just getting back to that standard. Get back in the playoffs. Obviously, we had a down year this past year. Lost our whole coaching staff. Lost like 15 guys in the NFL. I mean, when you have success, a lot of things don't go your way maybe, but didn't have the season that we expected or wanted, but things happen. But I expect them to bounce back and have a good year. I just feel like physicality, doing your job every play. Us as D linemen, we're told to do the same thing, playing throughout. Maybe like 70 snaps a game. So, I mean, doing the same thing over and over again is probably the hardest part. And I feel like D lineman, I pride myself on doing that. I feel like I put in a lot of hard work. I've been coached really well all throughout high school, college. Put in the extra time, put in the extra work. Try to perfect and be the best player I could for my teammates. I rate it pretty high. I pride myself on playing the run and the pass because I feel like that's what a complete D lineman does. But obviously, rushing the passer, I feel like I'm really good at too. I like I can run through guys or I can be a finesse guy too at the same time. Yeah, I met with the Raiders. Great organization as well. Pete Carroll's a cool guy. Players coach, so I mean it was good to meet with them. People always ask me that question. I don't really know, but I'd either say one of the Texas guards or probably one of the Texas guards. I think it all went well. They were just asking me about me. What makes me me. And it was just a fluent conversation, getting to know each other really. Yeah, I feel like I affect every snap, run or pass. I feel like I'm a dominant player, one of the most dominant players in this class. So. I heard that going into my meeting too, but I thought he was a cool guy. We were just talking, have a good conversation. I don't know. I mean, whenever I get that call, I'll know who I'm going to. No, I've not met the Steelers. No, I don't believe so. Probably just my everyday drills, footwork drills going into the week. Especially at Michigan, we moved a decent amount. That was kind of part of a lot of our game plan. So I took the time and investing into that with my coaches and doing stuff by myself too. To I knew I was going to be doing that a lot, so tried to perfect it as best I could. Can you repeat that? I mean, I feel like just rolling that Ohio State film, that's all you need to see, really. I meet with them today. Nah, I mean, I never considered that. I really started in my freshman year of high school. It was more of just like a, hobby to me, like out of season. I heard one of my high school coaches actually recommended me to do it. So, it wasn't something that I was dying to do, but I feel like it was good for me in the long run. Didn't really have much technique, but I just kind of went out there and tried to, beat the other person as best I could.
How do you think that background will affect your ability around those guys?
I feel like it helps a lot. Going into it, I didn't know. I was, skeptical of doing wrestling because just all the stuff that goes with it. But I feel like it's helped a lot with my leverage. Just feeling out. O lineman. You're wrestling another guy. You guys are getting tangled up, and that's kind of how the O line and D line works. Not really, just hard practices.
What was the mentality in Michigan going into that Ohio State?
I mean, we knew we're the underdogs, but in our minds, we could play with any team. Obviously, we didn't have the year, but every time we play those guys, we're gonna bring our A game.
Can I get your top 5 defensive tackles in the NFL, no order?
What happened?
Can I get your top 5 defensive tackles in the game, no order?
I like Jalen Carter, Kenny Clark, Chris Jones, Kobe Turner, Javon Hargrave. What happened?
A lot's been made about Will Johnson. Make your case for why Will Johnson should be tied.
I mean, I feel like you can just watch his tape. He's gone against some of the best receivers. Played at the highest level. Did really well against all those receivers. Plays fast on tape. Really good player. I think he should go high up there. No, just the way, where I grew up, how my upbringing was, why I chose Michigan, being a West Coast guy, just that type of stuff. Yeah, I feel like they really stepped it up. They saw the other schools, really, excelling more than, they would like to. But, I feel like they kind of stepped it up, in these recent years. Obviously, a lot of us took a lot of, less money and we had a lot of more offers, but, it was really about Michigan for us. Probably more comfortable. I like being comfortable out there. I don't wear, under my pads, I don't wear a bunch of sleeves. I don't wear a bunch of stuff, just play loose and how I've always played. I mean, at Michigan, we just wore our jumpsuits. So I know some schools dress up in suits and stuff, but we didn't do that. We just, kind of wore Michigan gear, stuff like that. But we'll see what happens. I mean, we'll see. I mean, depending on what team, some people I see in some pretty nice fits, so we'll see what happens.
You may not test well in this environment when you go on the field. Do you think you're overlooked because of speed?
I don't know. I think I'm, pretty athletic. I don't know really where that kind of came from, but I feel like I'm one of the most athletic guys here. I feel like I kind of proved that, and you can see it on my tape. There's too many, bro. There's too many. Just all those older guys that kind of led that journey with us. Guys like Mikey Sanders, still he's doing great things now. Guys like Chris Jenkins, Junior Colson, Mike B. Those type of guys. That are true Michigan guys. This past year we didn't have much older guys as we used to. We were the 3-year guys. Were the veterans of the team. So that was kind of a good change. But just seeing how those guys worked, like guys like Mikey. I mean, I just miss playing with those guys. They're great teammates and great people.
You had to name an all-time Michigan D-line back.
You said full D-line?
Yeah, 4 guys.
Lamar Woodley, Brandon Graham. I'd put Rashawn Gary in there, Kwity Paye. Nah, we're all just here to compete. Obviously, we like competing against each other because we feel like we're two of the best. But I just feel like every day in practice, us competing with each other, trying to one up each other in practice, who can do the best stuff, who's knocking people back, who's pass rushing. So just a friendly competition. But he's a freak athlete. I haven't met with them. Panthers? Yeah, I met with them. All right. Thank you, guys.